get him on there very often.
He's not as photogenic.
No, he's hard to get pictures of. Most pictures you can't tell that you're even holding a cat. If you're wearing black at all, he blends in.
I know. We need a picture of him outside when he's brown.
It's kitty camouflage.
He's chocolate brown, but it doesn't show if he's in low light.
Bear always looks really crabby.
Yes.
But she's not. She was trying to get my attention. I was talking to her, and then I took a picture of her, which I just posted on the kitty Instagram.
No, just come over. Okay, come over here.
But no, she was meowing at me.
Come on. All right. Here you go. Up you
Thank you. But she always looks like she's really crabby. That's just how she.
She's not though.
It's her face.
She's not a crabby face.
Cat. No,
she's not cranky at all.
She's a spoiled princess kitty.
She's not a spoiled
princess. She's a spoiled princess kitty. If you guys knew how spoiled this cat was.
You're not spoiled, are you?
She's the most spoiled
at all.
How many cans of cat food does she have open with food in the kitchen right now?
You don't listen to her. No, I know. You're a good little princess.
She is so spoiled.
You're a good little
kitty. Most spoiled cat ever.
You're a good cat, aren't you?
Yeah. Hello, I can barely read this.
Howdy,
Hold
everybody.
on, I don't have it.
Oh, she's got
to read it. I have to what? Make it large enough to see?
She's got to make it. She's got to embiggen it.
Okay, there. Now I can actually read it.
You good kitty?
Okay.
Good kitty. All right, there you go.
Vegas shouldn't have won.
That was such a good game. Like that game was fantastic. Both teams look like contenders coming out of that game. I can't wait for the rest of that series. That was absolutely a great game today. Fleury stole it.
Oh, how's the bunny? The bunny's good. Since it's so cold out, we changed her water several times today. She has, so for those that are worried, because I do actually get people that ask me about her, she has a wool blanket that we kind of insulate her hutch. She has a warming pad. It's like this plug-in warming mat, and she has a bunny nest.
Yes.
It's a box, a bunny box, and is totally filled, packed full of fluff. So she is good. And she does get brought inside by the children several times a day.
Yes.
So the bunny is quite good. She's
a happy bunny.
Let's see. Fleury to Pittsburgh. I don't think Vegas would like that.
It's not going to happen. And apparently Pittsburgh wanted it, and Vegas basically said no. So it's not happening. That $7 million price tag makes it difficult for anybody. And he's playing really, really well right now. So Vegas probably isn't going to want to trade him.
No, the chickens moved. Those were not our chickens. They were neighbor chickens, and they moved.
Chickens are gone.
So no, we don't have any more chicken neighbors, which is sad.
Sports K is American.
I liked our chicken.
And the amount of customs has been going through the roof.
Yeah, they like to charge us customs all the time. There's a girl on the stream, and you're talking about cats and bunnies. What's going on here? Are you new to our live streams?
This is kind of how they all work.
Live streams better. Just saying.
They all kind of
sometimes you need a little bit of less testosterone. Yeah.
And you call her spoiled.
She's the most spoiled cat ever.
She's not spoiled.
Anyways, okay. I don't know if you saw my post on last league ranking mentioning the winning percentage for the playoffs because we can't be certain about COVID.
No, I haven't been in the comment section as much lately. I've been taking time off from it. It's been nice. To be honest, it's kind of been a nice break. The points percentage being used is highly likely to how things are going to go because the odds of them getting 56 games in, like they can't prolong the season. They can't have it going into August because I've seen people saying, well, this is going to go into August. They can't. They legit can't. They have to get it done. So they'll just cut off the games at a certain point, and then it'll be points percentage that gets you into the playoffs.
When you say the chickens moved, I picture them with suitcases wearing traveling suits.
That would make it a Far Side cartoon.
I liked our chickens. I would go out and say hi to them in the morning because when it was warm out, I would move
the chickens
the hutch around the yard.
Shadow got really curious about the chickens.
I talked to the chickens, but
Bear had no interest in the chickens, did you?
Did we do anything for Valentine's Day?
You're watching it.
We
She made stuff and I watched hockey.
Yeah, I did some sewing.
She did finish my Bo Horvat jersey. So
happy Valentine's.
Thank you so much, sweetie. I gotta find the other
Valentine's
patches.
Day.
No, every day is
Really
kind of a
don't.
Valentine's. I buy her stuff all the time, anyways.
Yeah, we don't really do Valentine's Day.
So like she had a
I did
set
get
of
chocolates for the kids, but Adelaide's not home, so I told her we would do Valentine's Day on Tuesday.
She had a set of earrings that was bothering her, so I just ordered 3 sets of earrings because I'm like, what are you buying cheap earrings for? So
I can't wear cheap earrings.
I've got 2 different sets that I buy from that they're not expensive, but they're not cheap. Like they're not nickel.
I'm allergic to nickel. Really allergic to nickel.
And I just buy stuff. She tells me she wants something, I just buy it for her and I give it to her. There's no.
And this is the problem with Bear.
Presenting. This is not the problem with Bear.
Anyways,
She's
for Valentine's, Adelaide and I made a bunch of Valentines and we made cookies and we delivered them to all of our neighbors on the street the other day. The other day when it was -16 and that was painful. But we delivered a bunch of Valentines.
No problem. If you was there. No.
Yeah. Do you have a Halifax Mooseheads jersey?
I do not. That is one of the teams I don't have. I wouldn't mind having a Halifax Mooseheads. I know I've looked at some of the juniors. Some of the juniors are fun, especially the big cities across Canada that don't have NHL teams like Regina. I should have a Regina because I lived there. So, but I don't yet. Pat's jersey.
You need any? I'm going to guess. Do you need any sports memorabilia? I have a wholesale account with AJ Sports. If you need anything, that sounds dangerous.
AJ Sports. They're one of the ones that do the autographs. Here, sweetie, can I put you down?
That sounds
can I put
dangerous.
You down for a second? Here, over there. So I got these done today. I just have to put them up on the wall.
My name is not Yvonne. No, the reverse retros were for Christmas.
Yes.
That was his Christmas. That's what he got.
That was my Christmas, yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you don't ask for anything else when you get the reverse retros for Christmas. There's like Andrew Raycroft and Joe Gratton. And
gotta get quality medals. Yeah,
Kirk
I
McLean.
can't do the nickel, which is what they put in. If they don't say what kind of metal the earrings are made out of, they have nickel in it, which is a cheaper filler metal.
Sorry, there's
and
7
I'm allergic
goalies.
to it. So
7 goalies, so I need to find a way to get them up here. I think I need to get my servant in here to help me with this. Do you know where the servant is?
No, I don't.
Because I need help.
Maybe Bear will help you.
I don't think a cat can't work a hammer. I need help getting these on the. If you could just go ahead and put these 7 up after the live stream, just up in that area somehow. I'll go out and get the ladder.
So not how this
and
works.
Then you can just put
me on a ladder. That's always entertaining.
It is really funny when you're on a ladder.
Why would the ECHL put an expansion team in Savannah, Georgia, when Jacksonville is so close by?
Maybe Savannah was a better deal for them. Better arena deal. Maybe it's just the owner that they wanted. With minor leagues, it's different, and minor leagues teams move a lot too. So don't give up hope in Jacksonville.
Thoughts on David Quinn's coaching style / choices?
Quinn, I don't know if he necessarily has the team right now that works for his style. And I think with all of the distractions they've had early in the season, I don't think that helps either. I don't know if he ends up finishing the season in New York. I get the feeling that of the coaches in the NHL, his job might be the most on the line right now. Because I look at them against like the 2 games against Boston, they were kind of flat. And Lafreniere is not taking that next step and may need a different coach in order to fully acclimate to the NHL and start putting the puck in the net.
Should I get the Fanatics Colorado Avalanche reverse retro or wait till I can find an Adidas?
Oh, finding an Adidas is going to be
if you found a Fanatics,
impossible.
Get it, because the odds of you finding an Adidas are going down by the day.
Yeah, I know Ben H Sports. I know he has a couple that are currently on eBay, but I think they're a size 54. I'm not sure, and I know that his first wave, all of them were spoken for, so those are really hard to find.
Is Andrew Kopp a legit top 6 forward, or is he just on an amazing streak?
I have been a fan of Andrew Kopp's for years, and I think that Andrew Kopp is an excellent forward. So he could very well be a legit top 6 forward, and I've got my fingers crossed that he is.
Somebody says hi to Bear. Hi, Bear. I love the Red Wings and Canucks. Any coping strategies? That's unfortunate.
Find the positives. So, like for Detroit, the effort is there. For Vancouver, there are individual players who are doing very well. Hoglander's doing very well. Demko seems to be picking up his play as the season goes along. There are definitely silver linings, and be realistic. Be realistic that the season's probably done for both. So you're looking for things to be positive about going into next season.
When you're out and wearing a jersey, do you have a lot of people assume you're friends because you guys are favorite team buddies, and then you awkwardly explain you're a fan of the sport, not the team? Oh, he gets comments all the time.
I've had it where somebody goes over, hey, Montreal. I'm like, oh, no, I can't be wearing Montreal in public.
No, I'm not actually.
Oh, you're a big fan of, like, even there was once I was wearing St. Louis, and I don't mind St. Louis.
Sometimes it goes along with it.
And I was like, yeah, it's part of where it helps that I follow every team.
Yeah.
So if somebody says, who's your favorite player? I can say, if I'm wearing Montreal, I can say Nick Suzuki, love Suzuki. Toffoli was a fantastic addition. Price, I know the stats aren't there, but Price is still one of the best. Like I can talk about any team in the league, but it can get kind of awkward. Not as much now because people generally seem to know who I am more often than not. But yeah, a few years ago there were some moments.
A lot of times he goes along with it, and sometimes he just says, "Oh no, I just like the jersey." Or
there are times where I'll say that, but I'll gauge it by where we were at and how many people are around.
Loving Cody Glass impact this season. I see a big difference. Have you been able to tell, or am I just biased?
Glass was working on his strength in the off season, and I think that's what shows. I think the extra strength gives him the ability to get to the front of the net.
I'm reminded of a team in MLB having to play a triple header against 3 teams to make up unplayed games.
What?
Like Calgary. Hope. No, lots of make social distancing.
I'm hoping. What are you talking about? I'm just standing here. I'm hoping there aren't a lot of makeups either. I think what'll end up happening is they'll try to get it pushed back maybe a week. And then past that, they'll just have to cancel certain games. Like, for instance, if Detroit's got a game against Nashville and they're both out of the playoffs, they just cancel that game if it's not going to make a difference to the playoff run.
Josh, Yvonne, did she tell you about the release of the re-recorded Love Story followed by the full album later? No, Kate.
What?
Give me your hand. No, Kate. Give that
what?
To me.
What?
No.
What? Can't be hand. Littering.
Thank you. No, I have...
What? So jumpy.
Shannon has not told me anything about Taylor Swift in the past couple of days.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
I've been all stuck on WandaVision for the last couple of days because I watched it on Thursday and then I got her to watch it again because
I fell asleep.
She was loopy the first time we tried to watch it. We found out she had never tried a Tylenol that also had a muscle relaxant in it for back pain.
This is Tylenol back pain. That means it's not regular Tylenol.
You were gone. You were gone.
Holy crap.
So I just watched it. I was like, well, WandaVision's on. She's out.
So confused. I even told Shannon, I don't know why this is hitting me really hard, but oh my gosh.
But it was okay because this week's episode was one you kind of needed to watch twice. And so I didn't mind that at all. But yeah.
So I'm a lightweight even when it comes to Tylenol.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Because they don't hit me at all. They just help me sleep.
Oh, I slept just fine. Love the channel. Thanks for your hard work. Happy Valentine's to you both.
Happy Valentine's.
Okay, am I caught up? Nope, I'm not. The Pagula kid just won again in the Aussie Open.
Good for him.
How's your friend Michael Bublé?
I assume he's been busy with commercials.
I know.
That bubbly commercial is on all the time. That bubbly commercial's on all the time.
It's so weird. We see him on TV all the time.
And the little frustration in there, that little bit of frustration at one point in the commercial, I know it's scripted, but I'm like, that's Mike. That's absolutely yes. Yeah, I've heard that in person. That's accurate. It's just weird when he's all dressed up in a suit because he doesn't do that when he's not doing commercials or TV appearances. That's totally not how he dresses. It's weird.
It'd be like people seeing you out of a jersey.
Seeing me dressed up like when we went to Vegas, when we went to that one show and I had a suit, shirt, tie on.
Yeah, and people are like...
Yeah. It's that weird.
Yeah. Is the Jets defense good enough to go to the Cup Finals?
I don't think the Jets are good enough to go to the Cup Finals. Their defense is okay. They could use at least one more top 6 guy. I just don't know that I'm sold on the Jets as being contenders. They could get hot in a playoff round, but I don't know that I'd see them beating Montreal right now. And I don't know that I'd see them beating Toronto. I think Toronto and Montreal are the top 2. And Winnipeg I would have as solid probably 3rd, but I don't see Winnipeg going that far.
Oh, somebody's asking about your magnets. We actually make all the magnets.
Yeah, I made this set. The set I've been using for the previews I made, last weekend?
Yeah.
So I found a vending machine company that they had a set of them, and it was for cheaper.
I was having to get them out of vending machines.
Yeah, and it's way cheaper to buy them from the vending machine company. So I ordered 600 of them, because why not? So that's 20 sets, so I'll never have to worry about running out.
These are from little sheets of stickers that they have them even at the party store, but you can't see it. Little tiny ones. Yeah. The goal ones. Those come on a sheet with all of the teams. Let's see. These come in.
Those were from
those sticker packs.
Panini.
Yeah.
And these ones are tops.
Cuts out.
These ones are last year's tops that I cut out and I make magnets out of.
Yeah. Those come in,
and then that's from
card
Panini.
packs.
I don't use those as much because they have the shine on them, and people get all upset.
No, they're stickers or decals, and sometimes we laminate them first. This one doesn't have the magnet on.
Not yet.
Put the sticker or the decal on cardboard, and then put it on magnet.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Magnets.
Yep.
Okay.
A couple of.
Yeah, I'm scrolling back. Okay, have you heard? Hey. The new Pretty Reckless album. I like it a lot. I've heard it. I don't think
I enjoy it. I've heard a few of the songs from it. Taylor Momsen, it's insane how soulful her voice was at such a young age. It belied her age. She's a fantastic vocalist.
Have either of you guys seen Resident Alien starring Alan Tudyk?
Yeah.
An executive producer and directed by Robert Duncan McNeil, Thomas Paris, Deep Space Nine.
I have not watched it yet. I intend to. That's on the I'm going to watch it list, and I'll make her watch it with me. It's the guy who played Steve the Pirate on Dodgeball.
Oh.
And he's an alien pretending he's a human.
Okay.
So you'll find it funny because you like Steve the Pirate. Scurvy Steve. We have a guy on our team that thinks he's a pirate?
That was funny. I haven't watched that forever.
Hey, look, it's Steve the Pirate.
Let's see. Okay. Who gets the 4 in Central, Dallas, Columbus, or Chicago?
I'm not betting against Chicago right now. Chicago's been on this great run, and Patrick Kane and Alex DeBrincat just have this incredible chemistry. And Kevin Lankinen has been a revelation in net, and goaltending has been their downfall for the last couple of years. So now that they've got that, I wouldn't bet against Chicago right now.
Somebody else has a wife named Yvonne, and it's their 21st anniversary today.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
To Yvonne. That counts as yours as well.
It's not
that
our
way
anniversary.
I covered too. Doesn't matter. It counts. You can just play this back when our anniversary rolls around.
We did not get married on Valentine's Day.
No. We thought about it.
No, we did not.
Sure we did.
We did not.
We did. We thought about it. We were going to get married on Christmas and Valentine's, and you kept putting it off.
That's not how that happened at all.
And then we got married next to a cliff just in case she didn't enjoy the ceremony and she decided to throw me into the ocean.
That's not true. Okay. Well, we did get married on a cliff, but not for pushing reasons.
That's what it was. My mother-in-law reserved the right to throw me off the cliff, too.
Yeah, she totally
That's right
could.
too. Yeah, he was in Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Steve the Pirate.
That's right. He's
God,
in
that
quite a
movie's
few
so
movies.
funny. If you haven't seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil, it's so amazing when they're talking about these kids having a suicide pact and jumping into the wood chipper. It is the funniest thing. These kids are all out here committing suicide. It's just so funny. So wrong and so funny.
Taylor Hall, Malkin, and create a player on RW with maxed out slap shot power and accuracy. How's that line sound in NHL 21?
Yeah, like Hall and Malkin together would work, especially since Malkin in game has incredible stats and numbers overall. And then, yeah, any creative player. I know some of the best players I ever had in that game were created players. So, yeah.
Dodgeball is also fantastic. That one gets quoted a lot in our house.
So good. Dodgeball is so good. It is a movie I went and saw in the theater because at the time my family wouldn't go see it. I was the only one in my house that was willing to go and see it. How sad is that?
That is sad.
And then I came home and I told them all off. I was like, you guys seriously didn't want to watch? It looks stupid. It's not stupid. It's amazing. You're stupid. You laugh because you know that's how I answer that.
Yes, that's definitely how you're stupid.
You're at a shell.
Somebody wants to know who's on the calendar. Flurry.
That's Flurry on that one and Patrick Kane on the one down here.
Oh yeah, they can't see that one.
Patrick Kane on the player one and Flurry on the one up there. It was Carey Price last month.
Oh, Shadow says thanks for this. He hated looking at all the stupid Valentine's posts. Not really seen Valentine's posts.
Then get yourself
maybe
stuck.
It's my group of friends.
Get yourself stuck in the Twitter sphere of men leaving creepy comments on women's pictures and how women are arguing against that today. There's this whole cavalcade of information on Twitter right now that I can't. You
don't need to leave comments about how women are.
I can't do anything because I'm a guy. So
you can leave a comment about how they're dressed as long as it's not it's
not creepy.
Yeah. Nobody sees it as a compliment. All women, when they read those comments, go, oh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah. It's been a rough weekend for some.
So don't do it.
I feel, but again, I can't do anything about it because, dude. So I don't. That's how I help. I don't.
That's good. That's a good.
The best way to help sometimes is to go. I'm going to go sit over here and they'll call me if they need me, and they don't.
Did I miss a super chat? Okay, hold on.
Probably.
I'll go look.
What did you miss one for? Why?
I do sometimes. I kind of.
What did you do?
He was also a character watching Firefly. Yes.
Remember? He was in Firefly. Ow. That's my thinking shoulder.
Was that the only one I missed? I think so. Hey.
I'm going to have to sit down.
What, on the floor?
Kinda.
Shannon.
What?
Camera.
She's so touchy.
I'm not the one being touchy. You're being touchy. How dangerous would the Blackhawks be with Taves and Doc back come playoff time?
We still don't know for sure what's going on with Taves. So they would definitely be more dangerous with Taves, and Doc is fantastic. Kirby Doc in the return last year was awesome. And yeah, I think that if they had both, they'd probably be more dangerous, but it's been a fun ride so far.
Somebody said I missed another one, so I'm looking. Oh, there it is.
What did you do?
Hello from the UK. Happy Valentine's, and thanks for helping me get into the NHL. Got my first ever jersey. Canucks, Fanatics, and...
Heritage.
Heritage Fanatics. And it's Glasgow Canucks.
Yep, I have
there we go.
I got a Canucks Heritage Brock Besser. I'm all excited about a Besser because then when he scores goals, I can put on his jersey and
come thumping up the stairs.
She knows when I come thumping up the stairs.
I can tell by the way he's coming up the stairs
that it's a Brock Besser goal.
Yes.
I have a run apparently for that.
Yeah, he comes up the stairs in a different manner.
Because I have to get it done quick because there's games to watch. So I have to come up quick, do the Brock Besser thing, and then run back downstairs. And he's done it 10 times, so he's probably helped me burn a few calories this year too.
That wouldn't be going up our stairs would not be burning very many calories. That'd be like
10 times, up and down 10 times.
It's like 3 calories each time.
You're 3 calories each time.
Dork. Okay. Women who are thinking, can you not? Yeah, pretty much. No.
Yeah, there was even a guy I saw today that was confirming that he had sent a rather unwanted image to a girl and he made sure she got it. And she was like, yeah.
Ew.
I was like, why are you confirming that? Why would you? Yeah, just don't. Why would you do that? At least send a picture of Richard Nixon. That's always funny when people send that instead.
Okay. Anyways, people online are.
It's not just online.
No, but it's more so because people, I don't know, when you have the screen between you, you feel like you can do a lot more and say things to people that I would hope you wouldn't say in person.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
I know. The bad guy college kid in Tucker looked much like PM Justin for my liking. Beginning of Dodgeball. Patton Oswald was the video store guy phone.
Oh, yep.
Oh, okay. It just took me a second. I'm trying to remember that part in the movie. Tom Brady's cool and all, but Shannon is the GOAT. That still sounds weird to me.
I don't think I could.
He's pretty cool.
I don't think I could outpass Tom Brady.
And he's warm.
I haven't thrown a spiral in a while. I used to. When I was a teenager, somebody showed me how to throw a good spiral, like the football, so it'll spiral so it doesn't wobble.
I can't throw football.
And I was pretty good at it, but the only time I ever played football was in the snow, because in the snow, all odds are even. Snow football is great, and then being tackled doesn't hurt as much. But it's got to be thick snow, or else you're hitting that ground pretty hard. And you got to make sure you're not throwing people into hedges. There was a hedge that was on that field, and every now and then one of the guys would throw one of the guys into the hedge, and it's like, what are you doing? Like they're the spider hedges. Those are all like pokey and crap.
Yeah.
They're not
spider
fun
bushes.
to crash.
They're called spider bushes.
They're not fun to crash into. Dear Lord.
Spider bushes.
All it takes is one guy to escalate it, and you're like, you're ruining snow football. The point of snow football is not getting hurt.
Glenn Hall is more of a GOAT than any quarterback.
Yeah, he played 502 straight games as a goaltender. It's not too shabby.
What are the kitties' names? And also, how did you guys meet? You're so cute.
This is Bear. Shadows around
all the
somewhere.
Other kitties are hiding. We have the kitty Instagram, and all the kitty pictures are on there.
Yeah, but THG_cats.
The black one is Shadow. The black and white one is Pixel. And the tortoise one is Lilybell.
And Lilybell does not come
never in here.
She the only time you see Lilybell in this room is during the summer when it gets really hot. She'll come in here because it's cooler in here. But basically, it's usually Bear and Shadow that are normally. That's why I have the cat trees. If I didn't have the cat trees, Bear and Shadow would sit at my feet and cry all the time. So I've had people saying, "Oh, you shouldn't have the cat trees. It's not very professional." If I didn't, these cats would sit at my feet and meow all day. So that'd be far less professional if you hear cats crying all the time, and sounds like I'm starving them to death.
Most of you guys watch this channel for the cats.
I've seen people say this is a great cat channel. Who's the guy? Why is there a guy interrupting?
That's why you guys are all subscribers, right? For the cats.
And people watch it with families because their little kids like to watch what the cats are doing.
It does make you more bearable.
That's why you started dating me.
Because you're cats.
Because at the time we started dating, I had 4 already. So.
That's how we met. Online dating.
Yeah.
He did have cats in his pictures, so.
Yeah. Because I gave up. Online dating told me.
Him first.
Online dating told me women won't like you because you wear hockey jerseys. Women won't like you because you have cats. You have to have a dog if you want to get a girlfriend. You need to have a pickup if you want to have a girlfriend.
That wouldn't work.
And all these things. So I just took my dating profile and went, all right, well, screw it then. And everything was hockey jerseys, Doctor Who, and cats.
So I messaged him, and I never messaged guys.
Because she likes Doctor Who and cats.
Because
and all the other guys
if you're a woman on dating apps, you don't have to message anybody. You get messaged all the time. So I didn't message ever, but then I saw Shannon's pictures and I thought, well, he seems fun. He seems like a normal person and not one of those not one of those guys that's all
that'll learn you.
I'm so awesome.
No.
Look at me, I'm so manly. I didn't want somebody like that.
No.
That wouldn't work.
I couldn't
for me.
be less that way.
Yeah. See, you're perfect for me.
I've had that complaint.
I needed a dorky boy.
I've had women complain before, like, you're not very possessive. I'm like, why do I need to be possessive? If you're gonna cheat on me,
would it?
You're gonna cheat on me, then you're gonna cheat. So have at her. I don't care. I'm not possessive. Whatever.
Thoughts on Jordan Kyrou?
Kyrou's slowed down a bit, but he's still performing at a really high level. Kyrou's good at both ends of the ice. He had to work on his play away from the puck last year, but he showed strides during the season. And I was right with Panger on the idea that he was learning at a very high rate. And there was at least one spectacular play in every game he played. So he wasn't getting the points and the goals last year, but every game he was performing at a high level. And now we're starting to see it on the scoreboard.
Yvonne didn't crack you on the head and drag you home. I could totally do that because I'm so strong. Could totally drag him home because I'm so... No. No picking me up. No picking...
Come on. This will be fun.
No, it won't.
This will be fun.
No.
We can call it a fundraiser.
No.
The Lift Yvonne fundraiser.
No, I'm trying to find the chats. Leave me alone. When he did the one video without the cats, I broke down crying, called Batman, and then sent Shannon a very angry email. Does David Quinn need to be fired from the Rangers? And if so, should the Rangers go and get a coach like Gallant?
I'm surprised Gerard Gallant hasn't been hired by anybody yet. He's been out of work for over a year. If the Rangers did get rid of Quinn, they would probably want somebody with experience. Gallant would make a lot of sense. I can't see them going with somebody without any experience because I think the expectation for the Rangers now is that they're coming out of this retool/rebuild and things should be getting better. Gallant wouldn't surprise me at all.
Somebody wants a calendar fundraiser.
Calendar of me picking you up?
No.
Various places around the world where Shannon's carrying
Yvonne.
Yvonne.
A boudoir picture. Shannon.
All right, So I'm just going to start on this preview board then.
Okay.
Because you're going to start getting
Do you think
ridiculous.
It's not me. I didn't start it.
Uh-huh.
Do you think Crosby is going to get another cup?
I never bet against the Penguins. I honestly would not be surprised if Pittsburgh wins another one. When they won it in 2016, I don't think we saw it coming. And then when they won back-to-backs, that was when nobody was supposed to win back-to-backs anymore. I just bet against the Penguins. He's not Tom Brady, but he's as close as you get in the NHL to a Tom Brady in terms of not wanting to bet against him.
No encouraging Shannon.
Who's encouraging me?
Bunch of people.
For what? Picking you up?
Well, there's that. Cat calendar, obviously.
Yes, the cat calendar would be nice. We could get all the pictures of Bear and Pixel when they're dignified. All the dignified pictures of the cats.
So many times I don't take a picture. I'm like, be a lady. Come on, girls. Ted Nolan to the Canucks. Change my mind.
I can't see Nolan working. If the Canucks make a change behind the bench from Travis Green, it kind of has to be a coach that can crack the whip, and not Tortorella, but it needs to be somebody who can crack the whip, somebody who's not necessarily a player's coach. Travis Green's a nice guy, and I sometimes think maybe that holds him back with Vancouver, that we need somebody who will crack the whip a little more. Maybe this team's more built for Tortorella than the one he had when he was in Vancouver almost a decade ago. But I think they need somebody who can really, snap them into shape quickly.
Thanks, the hockey guy, for not wearing the jersey with laces. You know how I can't take the laces, so I'm glad you thought of people like me.
The laces are weird on the Adidas because they do nothing.
They look
the laces on the Reebok didn't do much either, but the ones on the Adidas make no sense. So I'm glad that all of the reverse retros do not have laces. And I'm hoping that's a sign
I don't
that
know why
the NHL teams are going to get rid of him.
I know at least one team had it on their thirds this year.
Washington.
Yeah, and I thought that was so weird. I thought they were kind of phasing those out because
the fake
everybody
on
decided they
surprised
look
me too.
silly.
Yeah, it
makes them
ridiculous.
really stand out.
They don't make any sense.
You think Laine signs in Columbus?
I think so. I don't know that it'll be a long-term deal. I think it'll probably be a bridge deal. But I don't get the feeling that Laine wants out already. I think that it's easy to jump to that conclusion. I don't think he wants out, though. I think he wants to make it work.
How old is the hockey guy? He's super duper
I did a video
old.
on my birthday, which was 4 days ago, and I revealed in that video how old I was.
Super old.
So
pretty sure he's 74.
So, because for anybody who thinks, oh, Shannon hits on women in their early 20s, why would I? I'm disappointing her now. Why would I want to add to the list of disappointments? Hey, ladies, want to be disappointed? Left wanting more? Call me. What's up? You might get a jersey out of it, but hey, if you want to be disappointed and just watch as I just watch hockey stuff and then just go to sleep at night, hey, I'm as much fun as a sack of rocks. What's up?
Okay.
It's true.
Shit, that's not true. But
I'm an old fart.
Well, yeah, you are really old, but
I just, and I
more
admit
fun
it.
Than
I
a
admit
sack
it.
of rocks.
Not by much.
I don't think
If a sack of rocks are utilized correctly, I think you could have a lot of fun with those.
Probably
if it's
don't
the
have
right
to clean
sack
up
of rocks.
after a sack of rocks very often. So
Right. And they stay where you put them.
That's true.
They don't make a mess. They stay where you put them. See?
You're making a convincing argument here.
That's right. THG versus sack of rocks. She's voting sack of rocks. And she's married to me. So again... Okay.
Shannon's favorite jerseys calendar. Hashtag strike the post.
I thought about...
He has to wear all of them, though. Otherwise it'd be boring.
No.
Yes.
No. I thought about doing a calendar
I can see you just...
No. I thought about doing like a one of those everyday calendars, the 365, and do like a jersey calendar.
Pictures of Shannon?
No. No, I don't
You
need
have
to be
wearing every single one of them.
But
I would totally take
365 different jerseys.
Yes. That you're wearing. I will help you take the pictures.
Oh God.
That'd be great.
It's so sad.
Yes.
The only way that I would agree to that would be if we did like your temperature blanket where you're taking a picture each day.
Yeah.
And then we put out the calendar where it'd be me throughout the season. So it'd be me outside.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Cold and then rainy and then sunny. And then we could do that for each day of the year.
Cold and rainy and then rainy and then rainy and then sunny and then back to rain and rain.
Yeah. But would it have to be a 365 day calendar and just me wearing jerseys on every day of the year outside?
That'd be fun.
But we'd have to start next January.
Okay.
For it to work.
Help me remember this. Somebody will.
There you go.
Hyman or Crosby jersey? Which Adidas would you pick?
I would pick a Zach Hyman because you see Crosby jerseys all the time.
Yes.
I have 2 Crosby jerseys. And I didn't even try to get Crosby. They just show up. What's in here? There's a Crosby. I didn't even order that, but all right. So that legit happened, but I didn't have that reaction. It was a throw in.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah. I remember that.
So I have 2 Crosby jerseys, actually one of which I ordered and the other that I didn't.
Thoughts on Velarde? He played his heart out in overtime against the Sharks, but couldn't connect.
Velarde's playing well. He's just not getting the points right now. Yeah. But that's something that's happening with a lot of Kings right now. Velarde will be okay.
Happy belated birthday, Shannon.
Happy birthday, everybody. That's how I answer.
He does.
I just say happy birthday. It confuses people. It confused Adelaide so badly the first time I did it to her.
All day. Adelaide, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. It's not
my birthday.
Yes, it is. You forgot.
Yeah, he's right.
Then she tried to hand me a and I'd hand it back to her. Happy birthday to you. You should open this. And then for my birthday, she just wrapped up crap she found here and gave it to me upstairs. So there's pictures where she took, because I'm giving a look like this because it's mine. I ordered this. The box of hockey cards. It's been sitting down here for months. I ordered them. They're mine.
So Happy
And then there was another one that was packs of cards that, again, I've had in this room for months. And she just packed them up and gave them to me for my birthday. I already ordered them. I bought them. So that's why I'm giving that look of what?
It was great. I gave him cards that he always wanted.
That I already had.
He never opened them. I found these unopened.
I've got like 10 boxes of hockey cards in this room I have not opened because I was waiting for, if we didn't get hockey back, I wanted to make sure that I could
wrapped
do
some of them up.
I could do unboxings.
Happy birthday.
I'm saving them for this coming off season mostly.
I'm so thoughtful.
It's so weird.
Shannon with the Sack of Rocks calendar changed my mind.
That'd be good. A Sack of Rocks calendar would be good. I don't mind that. Could be me smacking people with sacks of rocks.
Shannon.
Well, we'd ask them
No,
first.
you can't. You don't get to be near people, so.
Well, no, with a sack, as long as it's 6 feet long. Oh, and then I can check to make sure that they're outside of my bubble. That's a really good way to make sure nobody gets within 6 feet of you. Just be there with a sack of hammers, a sack of doorknobs. You're just waving it.
A sack of hammers, that'd be expensive. That'd be a lot of hammers. Hammers aren't that cheap.
You only need like 3. You don't need that many hammers. Somebody's going to get hit with a hammer that's getting swung like this. You don't need a bunch. You're good.
Okay.
It's about the centrifugal force, though. You need to be able to have that so that it doesn't go down the drain. That's what centrifugal force is.
No.
And then it's reverse in Australia, so
that's not true.
It's reverse centrifugal force.
Okay. If the Rangers don't make the playoffs this season, could David Quinn be fired in the offseason?
Yes. I think the Rangers, there's a chance that they make a change behind the bench. I wouldn't be surprised if the Canucks make a change after the season. I think there's pressure in numerous locations. I don't know what San Jose, how this is going to work if they don't make the playoffs, if that means Bugner's job's on the line or if that's when Doug Wilson's job's on the line, but something would have to change, you would think, San Jose.
Do a jersey calendar with odd poses. Those are the only kind of poses Shannon does.
I don't have
He doesn't do normal.
I have Vogue and I have Sears.
He doesn't do normal poses. They're all old.
You do Vogue poses or Sears poses.
Shannon's version of the fireman calendar. Yes. That's what I've been asking for forever.
You're lucky I married you.
It'd be great. I know.
Then you're asking for more. It's like you can't have enough.
Yeah.
You just ask for more.
Can't have enough of Shannon. Uh-huh. That's right.
Call me handsy. At least I'm not touching your face.
I don't think somebody knows what the Sears and Vogue is.
Okay, so a Vogue pose is like
Shannon.
the dramatic, and you kind of frame like the old Madonna video for Vogue, where they do the Vogue pose. Some of these people might be
too young for Vogue.
And then Sears, you got to kind of
they're too young for the Sears catalog.
And you smile for Sears the way that like you would picture like a Ken doll. It's kind of like a Ken doll pose, and it's very excited. It's a very excited, smiley picture that you take. I need you to fix this.
I know. I said that. Oh, it needs glue too. I said that it needs a lighter, but it needs some glue too.
Yeah, you got to. Can you fix this now? Can you?
Well, if you snap, no.
Can you get on it?
No.
Valentine's for you too, I guess. I'm
thinking man pose.
Yeah, I'm not doing it now.
Is your favorite team the Islanders?
My favorite team has never been the Islanders. In fact, when I was a kid and I started watching hockey, they were the team that broke my heart every year. So I couldn't stand the Islanders for a while. And then I came around in the early 90s to the fisherman stage. You just felt bad for them. And then now I'm kind of in between, kind of feeling bad for them and kind of rooting for Barry Trotz to win another Stanley Cup.
I'm a Golden Knights season ticket holder. Will you guys go to a game with me? Oh, I wish we could go to a night game.
We can't do anything right now.
We were going to get to go to a Knights game.
Last March, we were going to go to a game that never actually happened. Dallas was going to play in Vegas for St. Patrick's Day. We were going to be there, and I was going to wear my green Dallas jersey. I was all set, and then it got canceled.
We will definitely want to go to Another Vegas game.
Vegas is on the list. We watch shows that are set in Vegas just because it's set in Vegas. We like watching shows that are set in Las Vegas.
Miss Vegas.
Last night I watched Two Broke Girls, and what started me watching it
I don't know
was
why
the fact
that show is
because
awful.
it is awful, but they were gambling, and I was thought, is it set in Vegas? And then
that's why I was wondering why you had it on. I was like, why?
Because they were gambling. I thought, so is this supposed to be set in Vegas? And it wasn't.
I do not like those kind of shows at all. They're just stupid.
I know. I love Kat Dennings, but I couldn't sit through
How
that
big
show.
a jump has Glass made, and can he become a number 1 seed?
He, at the very least, is going to be a number 2. It could take a couple years before we know if he's a number 1 center, but he looks good. The strength training in the offseason clearly helped him.
Worried for the Canucks cap issues coming up, or will they figure it out without losing a major piece?
I don't trust Benning to fix it. Benning has continually got them into cap hell. And picking up Nate Schmidt, I mean, I'm fine with that, but the cap hell problem is still going on. So this is the issue I'm having with the Canucks right now, is that there's continual cap pressure, and when they seem to be ready to relieve it, then they sign somebody else, or they bring in somebody else that's on an expensive contract, and I don't trust Benning to fix the problem he created. That's the issue that I have right now. So if Benning's still in charge, I think he'll get Pettersson and Hughes signed. There'll be bridge deals, and it's going to cost us more money later, and then he'll spend the rest of the cap money, and I don't trust it to get better.
Do you think Laine stays in Columbus?
I think so. I don't have any reason to think that he won't. I think even if he doesn't, let's just say he doesn't get along with Tortorella, I think him and Jarmo will sit down and figure something out. And if things are still bad in Columbus by the end of this season, and if Columbus, especially if they miss the playoffs, might be Tortorella's last year.
Sears wasn't just an appliance store; it was like
it was a
everything store, and it had
great.
it had a huge catalog, and you
Sears
used to get it in the mail, and it was the clothing ads that would have all the pictures.
But in my drama class, when we were doing like improv stuff, you could yell out to somebody across the room and yell, "Hey, Scott, Vogue," and then they'd have to do a Vogue pose, and you yell, "Okay, Sears," and then they'd have to do the Sears pose, where you're just posing like an asexual Ken doll with the big silly grin on your face. So you'd have to do the opposite. It was great. And if I do a calendar,
Shannon's cool like that.
Yeah, I even did that on Instagram last year when we went to Glow. Remember, I did those poses for the Glow pictures.
Oh, yes.
Vogue
did I miss the super chat?
Again, I didn't see any.
I'm trying. Sometimes it skips past them.
I didn't see one.
If I have to hold it to try and get one.
There, I saw that. There's no text in that one.
No. Thank you, Nick. I see yours. Yeah, see it. Nope, I got that one.
Got that one. And yep, we got that one.
I don't. Oh. Nope, there's one. Okay. Sorry, I see it now. Doughty, thoughts. Is this kind of a bounce back year?
Doughty's playing a ton of minutes for the LA Kings. There's still some defensive issues there. Drew Doughty, it has been a bounce back season. I don't know how far the Kings or Doughty are going to go, but he looks better than he did last year.
Here's another one that got missed. Do you think the Looney Tunes would have fared better if they challenged the Monsters to a hockey game instead of a basketball game?
Can any of the Looney Tunes skate? Yeah, I don't think it's been established that they can skate.
Okay.
I think that could have been a disaster. That movie could have been a short movie because then neither of them would have known how to skate, is my guess. That could have been awful. It's just terrifying. I also want to say that even though we're in Canada, there are no frozen ponds around my house. Just want to throw that out there with my wife here to back up. There are no frozen ponds anywhere near here, because somebody said, "Well, why don't you go skating instead of using the treadmill?" I'm like, "Where?"
Because he'd be swimming.
Because all the rec centers are closed. And he said, "Well, you're in Canada. Aren't there any frozen ponds?" No.
Well, in Canada, yes, we just don't live within driving distance.
Driving 6 hours. We're driving up into the mountains to look for a frozen lake. Can you imagine? We're driving up around, up into the valley, up into the mountains. Yeah, the mountain passes, exactly.
We wouldn't have to drive far, but it wouldn't be a fun drive.
And then it'd be tough getting out, because now that would be all snowed in. That'd be great.
We don't have to drive very far.
What happened to the hockey guy? Oh, They're out of. There's a search party looking for him because he went to look for a place to skate.
There's been a lot of search parties.
Can't get out of the backwoods. Yeah, there's
a lot of search parties. We live by a lot of mountains, and there's a lot of snow in those mountains.
And right now, there's a lot of avalanche warnings, and people are still going into the backwoods because they're not smart. I don't understand going into the backcountry. I really don't. Not when you have an avalanche risk like this.
Yvonne loves the Highlanders, so don't let her tell you otherwise.
Well, yeah, I wore this because she said you've got to wear like a really nice Islanders jersey.
That's definitely not how. That's not how it happened. He said, "What do you think of my jersey?" And I went, And then he was like, "What? It's nice."
It's nice.
Okay.
Fantastic. Good old eBay sell.
Okay, Shannon, behave. Oh, see it jumped. I was on a super chat that I hadn't. Hold on, I have to find it again.
It skipped.
Okay, there we go. I was wondering what it would look like with Shannon in a Johnny Laroomber, a famous Canadian celebs. John Candy's, Brent Burns as Brent Leroy, Don Cherry, William Shatner, and Margaret Atwood. I'm
not anywhere near any of those celebrities. Just throwing that out there. I'm not a celebrity. It's not a thing. It is a word that just makes me go, yeah, no.
Right.
No.
Rank these from most hated to least hated: New York Yankees, Dallas Cowboys, Los Angeles Lakers, and Toronto Maple Leafs.
Most hated are the Dallas Cowboys, then the New York Yankees, then the LA Lakers, and then the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto Maple Leafs might be the most hated in Canada just because they're a Canadian team. But yeah, no, Dallas Cowboys, I would think would be number one.
How do you think Brandon Tanev is playing, and how can he improve if needed?
Tanev's been good. Today he was drawing back and forth with Tom Wilson. I thought he neutralized Wilson relatively well in that game. I think he's been worth that contract so far.
Did you see your cameo in Urinating Trees last video? Also, how long do you think it takes before Lafreniere's game acclimates to the NHL?
I did see that cameo.
We got so many messages.
In terms of Lafreniere, he started good, and then it started to really tail off. And now in the last couple of games, he started getting better again. It's just a matter of finding that consistency. And I think he needs consistent line mates as well.
Have you both seen the animated video, The Sweater?
Is that the one we have the book of? That's the one I think we have the book of, the one that Adelaide.
Yeah.
The hockey one.
I would guess so. I don't think I've seen it animated. I'm going to guess this is the same one as the book.
Yep.
Worst mistake the East can do is let the Isles get hot. Can the Isles run the division?
Not in the regular season, but they can in the playoffs. I think we saw how dangerous they are. Right now, in the playoff matchups, they would match up against Boston. I could see them taking out Boston in the first round.
When do I hit the panic button as a Capitals fan?
If they're not able to pull out of this, when they've got Samsonov back, that's when you hit the panic button. Vanacek has been doing the best he can, but he's clearly a step behind what they need in a starter. So once Samsonov comes back, if it doesn't get better, that's when you hit the panic button.
Thoughts on Justin Falk's Waluigi mustache? Also, do you think with all the craziness this season, we could see a goalie goal?
Absolutely. I could see a goalie goal happening. I wouldn't be surprised if Markstrom gets one for Calgary. And probably against Vancouver too while we're at it. That mustache for Falk, it's absolutely fantastic. Panger talks about it regularly in the St. Louis games, and it's a fantastic mustache. It's great. It's very 70s.
We do not live in the boonies, but we live in Canada, so we're really, really close to boonies. We do not have to drive very far to be in the mountains.
Nope.
That's
why they make so many movies and TV shows around here.
Yes, because
everything's within an hour's
you can
drive.
be barely. You don't have to drive very far, and you're in the mountains. You can have beach, you can have mountains, you can have everything you need in a movie or a TV show as long as you want rain.
Yeah, Basically, yeah. I know I've been watching Legends of Tomorrow with her, and I'm always like, notice it's raining in this scene, and they kind of try to hide it. Like, you can tell they film in between the rain showers, but you can see the ground is just saturated, and the actors sometimes look kind of damp.
Yeah. It's a frosty -23 in Calgary.
Yeesh.
Feels frostier. It's
ridiculous.
Warmed up.
That's ridiculous. It's 1 degree out here last time I checked, so you guys should be warming up.
Yes, it's
normally when we get the warm up,
warmer.
It goes east and it warms up.
It's so much warmer today. Like, going outside, it wasn't painful.
Right.
Going outside, when I went and delivered the Valentines with Adelaide the other day, like, I was super bundled up and it was still painful.
I watched from my window. It was funny.
Did you see me walking like this?
Yeah, it was funny.
I'm like my super thick mittens on and my hands still hurt. Oh my gosh, it was so cold. What would be a reasonable overall rating if I wanted to create Ron Tugnut in NHL 21?
For Tugnut, I would give him a rating of 82. As a starter, not like elite or anything, but I would give him a really high endurance rating. So I'd make sure, because he was a guy who'd stop 40, 50 pucks a game. I would give him a high endurance rating. At pretty average and everything else, but yeah, I'd give him an 82.
Do you have the Daytona 500 on the screen behind the board?
Nope.
If not, you should. We can't during a live stream. I would assume
that'd be
the
copyright. That'd be copyright. Absolutely.
That's why we put the fireplace on when we do live streams. We don't have to worry about copyright.
Yep.
Can you pinpoint? Hold on. Let me find it again. It jumped. Hold on. I have to try and find it. There it goes.
There it is.
Can you pinpoint an issue that's going wrong for the Canucks, or is everything that could go wrong going wrong? Happy Valentine's Day to you guys.
Structure. The Canucks, there's two things the Canucks have had problems with: structure and intensity. And when you don't have the structure in your defensive game and your transition game, and then there's not the intensity to fight what's going on in game, it snowballs. And that's been their major problem. They've turned some of that around in the last few games, but they were still losing. So maybe that win over Calgary, maybe that's a sign they're ready to turn it around. But I'm not holding my breath at this point.
Do you have, or will you get the Chinese New Year Canuck jersey? Have you seen how much those are?
$688 tells me no. It's the same price it was last year. I understand 6 and 8 are lucky numbers in Chinese culture. It's not lucky for my bank account to give $688 for a Lunar New Year jersey, and I'm not.
They're pretty, but
I'll get the T-shirt. I got the T-shirt last year. I'm getting the T-shirt this year. That's as far as I'm going.
Senators fan here. Can I have a tissue?
The Senators have been playing better over, I'll say, the last 5 games. They've definitely been playing better. They've racked up so many losses in between the start of the season and now that I don't think they can dig their way out.
If the Wild get a top 6 center, do you think they have a good chance for the rest of the season?
They're 6-5. They are. I would say they're better than any of the 3 teams out of California. Then all they have to be is better than Arizona, and they get themselves a playoff spot. They brought in Johansson thinking he'd help them down the middle. He's not a center. They brought in other players. They let Koivu go. Koivu's now retired out of Columbus. It's dicey, but I think Minnesota's going to be able to get into the playoffs without necessarily adding a center.
Don't know if you did a video on Ken King. # rest in peace.
I did not. I did not do a video on Ken King. Generally, when somebody's passed away, it might end up in a news of the day video where I discuss it, but I don't do videos strictly on somebody who just passed away.
Do we like Chinese food? Doesn't everybody like Chinese
but it tends to be really high in calories and carbs.
We don't really eat it very often.
Ever since I did the calorie math a couple years ago on it, I was like, so yeah, I can't.
It's a rare thing in this house.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys waiting with bated breath? Canada's first men's qualifying match at home against Bermuda for the Qatar World Cup in 2022 next month.
They're not going to make it. Like, Canadian soccer has been kind of a dead zone since the late 80s. I used to get really excited for the next matchup with Guatemala or El Salvador or Honduras, and it felt like they were just nosediving all the time. So maybe it gets better for 2022, but I can't see them making it.
Do you have any hockey book recommendations for younger readers under age 12? What's that series that we got for Gabriel? What are those called that have all the different stories in it of like famous players and famous well-known stories? There's like a series of 3 of them.
If you look on Amazon's got a bunch of them that are like they'll get into like the star players. There's one too like it talks about the rules.
Yes, we did get one.
There are young reader ones.
I can't remember the name of them. We have this series for Gabriel, and I think there's 3 of them.
Yeah,
and it goes over just fun stories about like notable people and notable events in hockey. And I can't remember what they're called, but he really liked those.
But even that, almost anything from like the hockey news, you'll see stuff like that.
They have some fun books for kids.
And then, there's this one you got me. It's brand new. The Hockey Rink Heroes one that's brand new.
I thought it was really cute.
I'm going to try to contact the person that wrote this and get the permission to actually do readings of this on the channel before I start.
A bunch of stories.
Because it's and the last time I read stories on here, the author of that found out and he saw him and he actually reached out to me.
That was cool.
And he was okay with it. And so I just have to make sure they're okay with it. Because again, it's a copyright thing, right? And then this one, Yvonne got me, which was apparently $30 because she gets me something for my birthday, and then she doesn't remember to take the tag off.
No, because I got it
so
I ordered it online because
she didn't take the tag off because that way
they give it to you.
That way I know how much my love means, and it means $30. So, which I probably paid. She probably used my card, but this has like you use my card. That's why you're laughing. So.
Probably.
So this has pictures and it's from all through the NHL's history, and there's some actually interesting little write-ups in here. They have the Gretzky era in here, so you can use this for all the adjusted stats people to drive them crazy and make their brain twitch. And there's Denny Potvin with the Islanders and everything. So a lot of pictures in here and a lot of just really easy to read stuff too. There's referee Andy Van Hellemond, Mario Lemieux. So yeah, this is definitely a good book for younger readers, and it's hockey and pictures. So my wife got me that for $30. So it's always nice when they leave the tag on. My grandmother used to do that, so it's not a big deal.
I ordered it online.
It was always funny at Christmas because my mom and I would make jokes after, like, well, we know what Granny spent on us because she left the tags on it.
Okay. If Central has to face West, do you see Vegas beating Tampa Bay in the playoffs to get them to the finals, and in how many games? Happy Valentine's Day.
Vegas versus Tampa would be one heck of a series. I think Tampa's playing better than Vegas right now. You have to think that by the playoffs, Kucherov's probably going to be back. I would actually probably give the edge to Tampa in that series, but I think it would go to 7. I think that series would go to 7.
Did I miss something? Okay, hold on. It's skipping really bad today, and it's making following along.
To my loving husband, would you stop watching all the damn hockey all the damn time? Thank you. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug. Yvonne, remember the one you sleep next to? Can you say my name if you're not reading this book? No, seriously. Sometimes you call me Yvette, and it ticks me off. Thank you. BTW. I'm sick of your cats. Can we get them a doghouse? That's a very nice inscription, Yvonne. Thank you.
Okay. I'm not seeing that one that I missed.
Good job.
I'm looking. Hey. Hands to yourself. People are talking about how cold it is everywhere. Mm-hmm. Yes, we know that the cold winter was delayed here compared to
and for us it's nothing. For us it's nothing compared to what it is everywhere else.
My temperature blanket has a lot of white. Yes. So
that'll change this week though because it's supposed to warm up to like 7 degrees during the week.
What happened to the book collection video? Are you gonna do a video.
At some point I'll be doing all that. A lot of that stuff's
There's
going to
so
have to
many
wait for the off
videos that are
season now.
one day.
Yeah, a lot of them are going to have to wait till the off season now because it's going to be really, really busy over the next 12 weeks. 83 days from now, the season's supposed to end. I'm not thinking it will. I think it'll be an extra week where they have makeup games in there.
Which would be the worst name, Ivana or Iveta?
Well, what do
if it
you
was
think?
Ivana, you'd be called Ivanka, I'm sure, because that's more well known. Iveta sounds like a car.
Yeah, that would be nice. The brand new Volkswagen Iveta.
It sounds like a
works.
car name.
It does. Yeah, it's nice.
Pass.
Or the Tesla Iveta. Right?
Are you impressed with how Vegas young players are doing?
Haig made a nice play today where when he had his stick broke, he wasn't useless. Very often with defensemen, when their sticks broke, they're kind of useless. They're like fish out of water. Yeah, he just kicked the puck out. And he was cool and calm, and he didn't take a penalty. So, well played. There are some veterans that can't do that.
I'm very concerned with Dallas right now, but I know that they are an up and down team. Thoughts?
They've been that way for years. They went through these massive droughts last year, and then they would suddenly have 5 or 6 games where they'd score a bunch of power play goals, and they scored a whole lot, and getting shutouts and everything, and then they go back into a drought. It's the way they play. We'll see what happens when Sagan comes back, and we'll see what happens when Bishop comes back as well. I think they miss Sagan down the middle.
I haven't heard anything about the Humboldt Broncos in a long time. How are the team and community doing these days?
Last time I saw an update, there was the one kid that's been playing sledge hockey now. I saw an update on him.
They do every once in a while post about him on...
I think they started playing this past week. I know they were talking about it. Obviously, we're coming up to April where normally we'd have the Brody Hintz Memorial, but that's going to get pushed back again this year.
Yeah, that's right. We usually do that in May.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to get pushed back again.
Yeah, it won't be too long.
We weren't able to have it last year, so
yeah.
We may have to figure something else out that's like virtual this year. Something else. Because it'd be nice to have some sort of a fundraiser in there. But
yeah, we could still try and do the GoFundMe like we did that 1 year. That did pretty well.
Yeah, it did.
But yeah, we won't be able to do that again this year.
Nope.
There's no way.
Nope.
No.
We have to wait till vaccination levels are high enough that we can do that with some confidence, and that's probably not going to happen until the summer. It should get better though. They're talking about ramping it up next week and really being robust about it. The Johnson & Johnson one's the one that they need. So.
Shannon had a smirk on his face earlier. I know he wasn't keeping his hands to himself. He doesn't.
Yes, I do.
No, he doesn't.
I do. Always. What are you talking about?
He does not.
I do.
He does not.
I have complete and total respect for her autonomy. And
he's being kind of handsy today.
She's
I don't know. Probably because Valentine's
Day. So,
Valentine's Day, I get them all y'all I want. Okay.
Valentine's is the day. And then when she says to me later, you didn't give me anything for Valentine's, I'm like, didn't I? Didn't I? Pretty sure I did.
Okay. Do the Jets finish top 4?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't see the Jets finishing outside the top 4. It's possible Calgary knocks them out, but I mean, we know Vancouver right now 7-11. They don't have games in hand on anybody. Their winning percentage is low, and Ottawa's not going to be in there. So all they have to do is beat Calgary. They should stay ahead of Calgary.
Is the President's Trophy curse real?
No, but
didn't you do a video on that last year?
I've done videos on it before. But there is parity in the NHL to the point where being number 1 in the regular season doesn't necessarily mean you're the best team in the league. Boston last year, I had that argument all season where I said, look, I know they're getting a lot of points. I know they've won some games here and there, and that they're number 1 in the NHL. I did not think they were the best team in the league. I didn't pick them to win the Stanley Cup. And it wasn't just that I was being, obstinate because I'm a Bruins fan, so I can't pick a team I cheer for. That wasn't it at all. I just didn't think they were the best team, and I knew Tampa Bay would give them trouble, and then Tampa Bay did.
Why isn't your channel called The Hockey Couple? Because I'm not.
She's not in the videos.
Prominently in videos.
She's not in the videos. I've talked to her about doing a review just to see what would happen.
People would be
because
so
I think that'd be
entertaining.
entertaining.
Awful.
Or doing a preview by Yvonne.
It would have to be a preview, but people would be terrible.
And just as like an FYI too, if at some point in time I've gotten too old, I think the only person I could hand this off to would be Adelaide, and that would completely change everything. Her idea of what's important in a hockey game would be completely different than what everybody else might think is important.
Not everybody.
A lot of people. But it would be cute. It'd be very cute, and she's the only one that seems to show real interest in what's going on.
Don't read the comments, but then the comment section would be like the comment section on most YouTube channels, and we really try to prevent that.
The only place I don't read the comments now is Power Rankings. Because I go, okay, Power Rankings, they're done. Okay, and I'm out of here. Because the Power Rankings, I've kept them the same for the last, this is the 4th year now. So I'm hands off on the comment section there. If something's held for review, and there usually are at least a few under the Power Rankings that are held for review, I see those, and I understand that I can't breathe if my head's in there. So for people who make that suggestion, I understand that would probably bring my view count up. Be like, hey, you gotta see this, but I can't actually breathe if I do. So I can't.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, she should do a preview on April 1st for April Fool's Day.
People would see through that.
Oh yeah.
People would see through that pretty quickly.
Let's see. Oh, okay. You rock, Shannon.
I don't know that I do.
He does, doesn't he?
I don't know that I do.
Yeah, you do.
It's
pretty
know
cute
that's
too.
a thing.
So
it's definitely not a thing.
It's a thing.
It's not. The internet let me know years ago that's not a thing.
It's a thing.
It's not. It's not approved.
Yeah. Who wins in a 3 versus 3?
Oh, and any kind of a 3 versus 3. Pittsburgh's got Crosby, so I wouldn't bet against him. Man, 3 versus 3. Vegas is pretty hard to stop 3 versus 3.
What's the current status of the CFL?
They're coming back this spring/summer. There's been talk of perhaps some kind of a bubble scenario, Regina or Winnipeg being possible locations. But yeah, they're supposed to play this year.
What do you think the ceiling is for Joel Farabee?
Very useful top 6 winger. Okay, I'll be right back.
Somebody says you do rock.
I don't.
Shannon's running away, so now this is the Yvonne show. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I don't really answer hockey questions because I don't. My thoughts is probably geared towards Shannon. Thoughts on WandaVision. See, I'm not really into all the superhero movies, so I don't know all of the characters like Shannon does. So he explains things to me, but as just a show, when you don't know all the backstory, it's not too bad. It's not all confusing. And now we talk about baseball. So boring. Nice fireplace. What's the next hair color? You know, I only do purple. Yeah, I do not have an Etsy. I did years ago, but people online are horrible, and so I stopped. So, the new Takeoff, what's that? I don't know what Takeoff is. My favorite teams are the Canucks, the Jets, and the Wild.
Not necessarily in that order.
It depends on...
You're such a big cat.
It changes. I don't have a favorite order.
You can really see how much bigger
Yvonne,
he
less
is.
Shannon.
That's what everybody says when we go out together. And I even hear it as I'm leaving
He's
the
probably
room.
getting advice from the entertainment guy, even though he's a jerk, keeps hitting on Yvonne.
The entertainment guy's been getting lazy too. He hasn't been promoting anything. He hasn't been doing any content. He's been really lazy lately.
You think people online are horrible? Shocking. They are. If you guys could read all of the comments that got held, You might be surprised. I mean, a lot of people probably wouldn't be because you see how people are online, but we have so many things that automatically get held. But yeah, going through those comments is awful. So I love how he went off screen for a cat. Correct priorities.
See, and he's happy too. He's so much bigger than his sister.
It looks like a big cat to me. Yeah, he's not a chunky kitty at all.
He is solid.
He's a big cat. Actually, all the cats weigh very, very close to the same amount. I've weighed them recently because, I weigh them to make sure they get the right amount of the flea meds because we live right next to the forest. So flea meds are a must, aren't they, kitties? Yes. So I weigh them, and they all weigh very, very close to the same.
I promise he doesn't hate her. He just looks like he's glaring at her.
I know. He likes to sleep on me at night, though, don't you? Yes. See, ever going to get a dog? Not while we have four cats.
Not with the cats, no. That would be horrible for the dog and for the cats.
How much does Shadow lift? It's a small cougar. He's a panther.
Well, he does like to stalk Pixel and Lilybell.
He does like to pounce on them. Yes.
In fact, he'll be on the tree dead asleep, and then he'll wake up and run. And I'm like, oh, crap. And the thing is, if you're watching a video and you see him sleeping, and then all of a sudden you see him run off, and then you notice there's a cut, there's an edit, it's because he went off to find Lilybell or Pixel. He heard them come downstairs, and he's got them cornered. And I have to go and stop it, because otherwise you're going to hear cats hissing and growling and snarling at each other in the video. So I have to go and stop him from whatever he's doing.
Yes. Do we have good Mexican food in Canada? Well, I can't say for the entire country.
Sure.
But here, no. We do not have good Mexican food here.
I would say across the country you'd have areas where you can.
I'm sure there is somewhere in Canada, but not here.
Probably parts of Ontario.
Back when we used to be able to cross the border,
I'd be very surprised if there aren't parts of Toronto where you can get
good
really
Mexican restaurants right across the border because there are a lot of Mexicans just across the border. And so they have some fun restaurants, but we don't. And it's sad because
we can't go just across the border anymore.
Even though it's right there.
Yep, we can see it.
We can
Hi,
see.
America. Hello, U.S.
We can see the United States. We just can't be there.
We can't be there. And
it's sad. Do I hate the Leafs like Shannon hates the Leafs? Why do you hate the Leafs, Shannon?
Okay, so this...
What'd you do?
Here's
Why
the
do
thing.
you hate them?
If I do videos where I talk about the Leafs, they generate the most views and the most revenue.
Why? But why do you hate them?
It has dulled the hate a lot.
But why do you hate them?
It dulls the hate a lot.
We have a daughter who her very, very, very favorite team is the Leafs. And
Toronto,
she frequently has to put on her Leafs
One of the games
jerseys.
the other night, Toronto's absolutely destroying Vancouver, and I'm just like, I have to watch this. And she comes in and she looks at the TV. She goes, "Yay, the Leafs are winning! I gotta go put my jersey on." And I'm like,
she did.
Yeah, you gotta go put your jersey on. I love the Leafs. I know you do. There you go. They're destroying Vancouver, and she was so happy, and she's singing while she's putting jersey on. And I'm just like,
Thanks.
This is great. So, yeah. She balances it out nicely. And it's not like I told her to cheer for the Leafs. It's not like anybody did. She
my
just
mom
picked them.
has decided that it's genetic because my grandmother really liked the Leafs. So
I even told her at one point, I'm like, you can cheer for Boston. She's like, I don't like Boston. I'm like, all right. Okay.
Okay. See, I've missed a ton of stuff.
What did you miss it for?
I can't live without Mexican food. Then don't move here. We don't have Mexican food.
You have frozen food that's supposed to be Mexican. It doesn't taste like Mexican food.
No. We have Taco Time, which is not Mexican food.
No. It's the Canadian version of.
It's not bad, but it's
their burritos are great. Can you go get me a burrito?
Go get yourself a burrito.
All right. Well, you can run the rest of the live stream then.
What do you edit on? He doesn't edit.
No, everything's one take.
Editing.
Everything's one take. So there have been videos. There was a video I did yesterday that it was the fourth take before I finally got it. Sometimes it takes 5 or 6. There have been times where I've gone upstairs just going crazy because I can't get the video done. And I'm pretty sure And then once you're into that 5th or 6th take, you're so flustered, it's hard to get back into that rhythm. So I may have to watch other YouTube videos. I may have to listen to a little bit of music, calm everything down, maybe figure out what's wrong with the cats, if the cats are causing all the stoppages,
He's talking about you, Shadow.
Go from there.
When he says cats.
Yeah, I do everything one take. And I've seen other YouTubers that do things in one take as well, and I've always liked it that way. I know there's a bunch too that they do a bunch of cuts, so they'll do the same thing. I guess they'll record it 5 or 6 times.
I don't like jump cuts.
Use the best take of each thing.
It's hard for me to watch.
But like the YouTubers that I started out following were like Red Letter Media, Nanaloo, which is Shauna Housen, Emma Blackery, and their videos were shot similar to the way that I do the hockey videos. And yeah, so I just went with one take, and I still do one take, and then I upload it. That's why when people are like, how do you get this uploaded so fast? Because it's one take and upload it. One take, upload it.
Love you, hockey guy. Go Sharks. Lots of love from Tahoe.
Now, Sharks fans were mean. So I hated the Sharks when the channel started out, and then I started talking to and meeting Sharks fans, and they were really nice people. So it made me not liking the Sharks anymore. And the Ducks fans have done much the same, where I hated the Ducks, and then I met a bunch of Ducks fans, and I'm like, well, I can't hate the Ducks anymore. And it's just really, it's unfair to make it so that, and I expect that if I ever go to Montreal, that there will be some that are, sacre bleu and ready to beat me with a wooden pole. But there will likely be some very, very nice Montreal fans that'll make it very difficult for me not to root for Montreal in certain situations. And I don't appreciate it. I think it's really cruel to make it so that I'm not allowed to hate teams, because fan bases turn out to be pretty cool. And yeah, that's kind of mean.
Do Canadians put maple syrup on everything? Yes.
I put mayo on everything.
I was going to say maple syrup, mayonnaise, or gravy.
Yeah. I have mayonnaise on everything. It's
one of those 3 things.
Yeah.
Goes on everything.
Yeah. Mayo on fries, fantastic. Love mayonnaise on fries.
I prefer gravy, but yes, mayonnaise is a very
mayonnaise on all my burgers.
But yes.
Absolutely mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, gravy, and syrup. Those are
those McGriddles are really nice. The pancakes, the maple syrup soaked pancakes with the sausage muffin in between, those are actually pretty good.
I told you.
I was really surprised how good they were, but they're really good. So, yeah. Sausage, good.
Please don't
maple
tell
syrup,
me you put
good.
Mayonnaise on your cereal. No, that syrup goes on cereal.
Yes, syrup goes on the cereal. And
mayo on fries. Yes, it's a very Canadian thing.
It's European too. Euros do it too. Okay, Shadow. No, here. No. Turn that way. Have some shame.
Okay. And McMurray all day. Yes. And Celine Dion.
She's a national treasure. Can't speak her name in an angry tone. Especially if you're fishing in Quebec.
Okay. More toxic fan base in the NHL. Oh.
Depends on the day. Like
it does.
Every fan base has toxic fans, and it depends on what's going on. So you may not see them when a team's winning. You might see them especially when a team's winning. Certain fan bases don't react well to losing. Certain fan bases become very obnoxious when they're winning. Some are just obnoxious all the time. It depends on the day, and it depends on the situation. I think that it's easier to notice certain fan bases because they're larger. So like Toronto always gets the reputation.
Some of the small ones, they're really loud and obnoxious at times.
Depends on the situation.
I'm not saying which teams out loud.
Depends on the situation.
Because then we'll get all the comments. But there are certain not larger fan base teams that their fans can be obnoxious.
I swear, I turn him so he's not facing the camera while he grooms himself.
Like, wait,
and he
they're
turns
missing my show
to face the camera.
Gravy on fries is way better. Agreed. I like gravy on fries.
It depends on the fries. It depends on the fries.
Gravy's great though.
Like if they're wedge fries, yes, I wouldn't have mayo on them. Yes. I'd have gravy on them. But if they're regular like McDonald's or Burger King fries, mayo's fine.
I'm generally not a fan.
Yeah, but you don't like egg.
I don't. And mayonnaise to me is greasy.
Eggy. And it's eggy.
I don't.
You don't like egg?
No, I don't.
It's the
Yvonne, did you
texture.
see the video of... Okay, that's a lot of I's and L's to read.
Kaprizov.
Okay, yeah, Kaprizov, goal set to my heart will go on. No, that sounds funny, though. I didn't see that. That was hard to read.
That'll work.
I's and L's next to each other are really hard for me to read. Same with M's and N's next to each other. It's hard for me to...
Because she's got a dodgy eye that sort of tries to go in the other direction.
I do, but it's so I have to make the screen bigger. But when letters that are similar are next to each other, it's really hard for me to figure out. It's one of those things I
noticed about you, and you were surprised because other people that you've dated never noticed.
No,
it's like people didn't try to notice things about you. I assume because I've noticed a bunch of things about her. Where she's like, nobody ever noticed that before. How did they not notice?
Vinegar on fries is old school. Awesome. I like vinegar on fries.
I don't really like
fries, but
I used to when I was a kid. Good. But vinegar at any restaurant, you'll have vinegar at your table because that's for your fries.
Yes. Ranch dressing. Shannon doesn't like ranch.
I don't like ranch dressing.
Yeah,
I like Thousand Island. I like Thousand Island.
Our kids all really like Thousand Island.
Thousand Island's fantastic.
Gabriel and Adelaide. Malachi likes ranch. Gabriel and Adelaide like Thousand Island.
Thousand Island, also known as the secret sauce for Big Macs.
My grandmother loved Thousand Island too. Okay, I think that Team Canada should be split between English-speaking Canada and Quebec to make it fair for the rest of the earth in 2022.
See, I don't know that you wouldn't then have a Quebec team that might be overwhelmed. I think back in the day, I think Quebec would have had a really good chance. I'm not sure that Quebec on its own would now. I think if you had a team that was Ontario, a team that was Quebec, and then a team that was the rest of Canada, that could be pretty evenly matched.
Yogurt on fries?
No, that's not a condiment.
Why would you do that?
That's taking two foods and ruining them at the same time.
I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, no, that's not my idea.
Korean
of a fun
fried
time.
Chicken is better than all of that. I've heard that before. I've heard that Korean fried chicken is really
ribs are good. Korean back ribs are good.
What was I watching? I was watching something and they were talking about that, and I thought, I wonder if they have that in Vancouver. They probably do.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I know who I should ask.
Yeah. Any ethnic food you can find in Vancouver. You probably even find really good Mexican food in Vancouver.
Maybe. We don't really have a large Mexican population here, though. But if it's Korean, Chinese, Japanese, or Indian.
There's Vietnamese restaurants down there, too.
Yes. And Thai.
Oh, absolutely. We have Thai here.
Yes. Yes, I've heard there's a new one in Abbotsford that's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, all those, we've got plenty of fantastic. Here we have amazing Indian food.
A lot of butter chicken.
Yes.
All
the butter chicken. All the Indian food you could want. Coquitlam has a lot of Asian restaurants. I know. Once you get across the bridge, that's where they have all of the Asian restaurants. On this side of the bridge. That's on the side of the bridge. Yes. Yeah. On this side of the bridge, we have all the Indian food. You go on that side of the bridge, you have all the other Asian food.
And if you go to Spasm, you have a gas station.
What is butter chicken? Oh, that's sad that you don't know the awesomeness that is butter chicken.
Butter chicken's good.
It's amazing Indian food.
Yep.
That's deliciousness.
Yeah, he is seriously turning himself around.
It's great,
and
you have it with rice and naan, and I live for gulab jamun. Oh my goodness. Yes, agreed. That's great. It's a lot of sugar though.
Good boy.
Yeah, but that's great too. Butter chicken is a great Indian dish. It is kind of like tiki masala. Similar but different. No, it's not butter on chicken at all. Nothing like that.
No, it's totally different.
No, it's like coconut milk, and then you have your seasonings and chicken, and then you put it on rice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Basically, yeah.
It's really good though, and I've tried to make it before, and mine is never anywhere as good as the restaurants, but ours are made by just awesome Indians that have like grown up with this food. So pakoras are great. Agreed. Yeah, we have lots of great Indian food here. Leafs win the cup. Will Shannon come to the parade?
I don't think they'll have a parade this summer.
No.
We can do a virtual parade. I can set one up using cats, magnets, dolls. We got lots of dolls. We could set up our own parade in front of the house.
Do you have North African food? North African restaurant in Vancouver?
I think so.
Yes, I have seen African restaurants, and I think there's one
say down
in
by the waterfront.
Surrey. I think there's one in Surrey.
Because there's a lot of high-end restaurants.
Surrey has a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a fun place to go for all different places.
Got some fuzz on your face.
Yeah, well, there's places that don't have delicious Indian food, so they don't know all of the awesomeness that is butter chicken. And it's sad. We should just feel sad for them. Yes, Surrey has a couple African restaurants. Okay, I thought so. I mean, since the world's been shut down, I haven't gone to Surrey.
No.
But I was pretty sure there were
We haven't gone much of anywhere since the world got shut down.
Have you ever been to a Japanese steakhouse? No,
Nope.
I have not. Would you work for Sportsnet?
I'd have to move to Toronto.
Ethiopia. There we go.
I'd either have to move to Toronto or Vancouver.
It's an Ethiopian restaurant that's in
I can't
Surrey.
see Yvonne wanting to move to Toronto or Vancouver.
No.
I can't see it. And then if I worked for Sportsnet, that would mean that my schedule that I have now would be gone. And the videos I'm doing now, some of it would still be mine, some of it would be theirs. And I don't think it works.
Do Canadians hibernate like bears? Well, considering most of Canada's winter is about 9 months long, if we hibernated for winter, you would rarely see Canadians.
So with the suggestion to stay at home and everything, Bonnie Henry suggested, she's the medical health face of all of this. She suggested the British Columbians go out and do things in public, right? Because outdoors is better. And a lot of people in the north said, yeah, it's minus 36 outside. I'm not liking that idea. So I don't think you're suggesting that for me. So they're already hibernating.
Have you ever been to Winnipeg? Nope.
Nope.
Do you think any of the Blackhawk rookies can get the Calder, or should there be a collective win for Blackhawk rookies so far?
Lankinen absolutely could end up getting it. If Lankinen keeps up these kinds of numbers, I could see him winning it. Suter would need to score, I'll say 25, 30 goals to get in the running. But it has been amazing watching these kids for Chicago. I mean, we knew some of them were going to be okay. We didn't know this was going to happen, though. I would think Suter and Lankinen are the two that could end up being Calder finalists at the end of the year.
Kairu's presence on the ice or Fox mustache dominance?
Falk has been playing like a man possessed. Like, I have never seen Falk play this well, either when he was in Carolina or especially last year in St. Louis. I think the fact that he's being counted upon to replace Pietrangelo, I think he's taking it really seriously, and I think he's playing the best hockey he has in his career.
No, Dr. Henry's not like the Dr. Fauci, because Dr. Henry is just for BC.
Yeah.
Dr. Tan is for Canada.
Yeah.
I love how your chats get totally derailed. Love it. No mention of freaking hockey in 10 minutes.
Always. Every time. That's just how that works.
What's your favorite jersey? Also, Jay Stahl for Selke.
Stahl will be in the running for the Selke. I don't think he wins it, but he'll be in the running. Let's see. Favorite jersey. What would be my favorite jersey? Could it be a Space Coyote? Could it be? Would you like your own Space Coyote? Feel that on you. That's Space Coyote.
I don't need a Space Coyote.
That's the love of a Space Coyote, right? Well, you can't have one because they're all sold out.
I know.
So, Space Coyote. This is the greatest jersey ever. And they didn't win last night when they were wearing this, so I couldn't wear it for the review. And that made me really sad. I even told her after I was sad.
He was really disappointed. He wanted to wear that jersey. It was funny. He was really disappointed they didn't win because he wanted to wear that jersey.
So if Coyotes fans want me to cheer for them to win the Stanley Cup, they get a home and away version of the Space Coyote. And Dag Nabbit, I want them to win the Stanley Cup. I want that jersey to hold it up proudly.
Shannon is sexy. How do you keep up with his Space Coyote? I don't think I can. I can't compete with that.
Sure you can. Space Yvonne. Well, just like,
Hey, no.
Well, we'll mess up your face like the Coyote face is all like weird. Well, Aztec Yvonne. I think we can do that. If somebody could go ahead and edit and create like an artwork of Yvonne's face in a Kachina style, that'd be great. And then that could be the channel's logo. That would just be awesome.
Nobody would click on that. They'd be like, what in the world? Okay.
I'll even change the name of the channel to
bring out
Kachina
your
Guy.
Florida Panthers reverse retro?
Well, let's see. I love everything being in alphabetical order.
Getting the jersey requests.
Da-da-da.
You had a McDonald's drink in a recent video. What was your meal that day? Oh, I know what it was because I went and got it. He got a quarter pounder with no cheese or onions, extra pickle, add mayo, and a habanero chicken.
Right.
And then the Diet Coke.
Because the Szechuan burger is more spicy, but it doesn't have the flavor. They had the Scotch bonnet last time, and I like the Scotch bonnet. They don't have it this time because they hate me. So, yeah, but there's the Florida reverse retro. I like it. It is very similar to jerseys they've had before, but there's enough differences that I think it's really nice.
There's an Egyptian restaurant here in Calgary. Oh, that's awesome. How did you like being featured in the Revisiting ESPN Urinating Tree video?
I was flattered, so I left a comment on there that I appreciated being in it. Yeah, I appreciated being in it.
I want Mexican food and Indian food, but it's midnight. Curse you, chat room. Oh.
Well, in the middle of the night. Yeah, those wouldn't still be open in the middle of the night. All you could get would be McDonald's. Well, I mean, if you get the Szechuan burger, that's kind of like an Asian flavor to a chicken burger.
What a romantic Valentine's Day. I know, right? Get a look upon this face.
Jeez, woman. Okay, that's your Valentine's present.
I get you for Valentine's.
No.
Lucky me.
We had boundaries. We even signed that paperwork. The doctor had you sign that paperwork.
Thoughts on the Vegas
judge witnessed you signing that paperwork. The golden helmets.
Do they have to be so shiny?
I could not keep a straight face. I had to call her in here to see them.
If they weren't shiny,
they look like C-3POs on the ice. I agree with the comments that said that. And I was like, yep, they all look like they're C-3PO. If they want to do gold helmets, fine, but it has to be a matte gold
or
really
like
shiny,
kind of matching gold. The jersey. So not necessarily matte, but
and
like if it was,
they wore the gold jerseys today.
Ones?
They had the gold jerseys today, and they had the black helmets. And I'm like,
see, and that's
what
I
are
said.
you guys
Why
doing?
Not with the gold jerseys? Because then if you're gonna gold, go crazy. But shiny? Did they have to be shiny?
And then they could get like that glitter paint, and they could do like glitter on top of the gold shiny, and then it would match the jersey. Have glittery gold helmets. Go the full 9 with it.
The Vegas Golden helmets look like Notre Dame's. Do they do gold too?
Notre Dame's football team does, but it's football. And for whatever reason in football it
they
doesn't
look ridiculous
end up looking,
anyways, so
football doesn't end up looking as bad. But hockey,
well, because they're wearing the football uniform, so it's not as noticeable.
Wow. All right. You should have told me that before you married me. I would have thought things over. But okay. All right.
Okay. Do you think Minnesota's break hurts Kaprizov Calder chances? By the way, why are we talking about food in a Hockey Channel live stream?
Every time.
Always. I didn't start
every live stream ends up being
people
food.
Did. Or have you guys been here? And then we say no.
Kaprizov is still one of the favorites to win the Calder. And once Minnesota gets things up and running again, as long as he hasn't been affected and he's not dealing with any kind of lethargy coming out of all this, there's no reason to think Kaprizov isn't going to be one of the favorites.
Just ordered from Quiznos because I'm not super fussy about what I put in my mouth. Generally,
Quiznos
it's
is
not
actually better than
recommended
Subway.
to say that online.
Quiznos is better
good.
than Subway.
But don't say that online.
That Quiznos is better than Subway?
No, that he's not fussy about what he puts in his mouth.
Because people start singing that song, "Don't put it in your mouth." Remember when you're a little kid and the little kid? Remember that commercial?
Yes,
Telling you not to stick it in your mouth?
I do. Yes. We talk about a lot of things beyond hockey on live streams. We absolutely do.
Especially since the world shut down, we felt that was more of people's chance to just talk. So
it's our socialization.
It's our social time.
This is our only socialization.
That doesn't involve
outside
children or
of
cats.
Our children.
Yeah.
We don't see anybody.
That's true.
No.
This is true. Yeah.
And when you have to talk to the same person all day, every day for a year, they're going to drive you crazy, even as cute as this. Actually, no, he doesn't drive me crazy.
Did you have to get me in the eye, or was that just love that got me in the eye?
It was love. Actually, no. Shannon still doesn't drive me crazy.
No.
But this is our only socialization, and I know it is the same for other people.
Yes.
And so we're just having a conversation.
We are going to have to shut
the name the Kraken.
We're going to have to shut this down soon, though, because we are after 9 o'clock.
Oh, I turn into a pumpkin soon.
I think the kids are still up, aren't they?
Well, I didn't tell them to go to bed, so
they're still up.
They didn't.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 hours.
How are you not clinically insane? Who says we're not?
Videos help. The channel definitely helps. It's given me structure to my day. It's given it so that I have
Cupid's arrow
my day planned out.
Eye.
It's part of the reason why I do videos 365 days a year. I love structure. I've always liked structure in my day. It drives her nuts that I have structure every night. You know, I have to watch YouTube. I have to do Netflix. It
doesn't matter
and
if
I do
it's
it in a
not
certain
something
order.
that I care about, because it generally is not. But
and then, you know, there's a certain, like, I can shorten it down a bit, but there's a certain thing I like to do in the same order. I'm very into structure. I really like structure. So having a channel has definitely helped with that.
Was John Wayne the worst actor to play hockey?
Did Owen Wilson ever play hockey? Because I don't think Owen Wilson ever did, but I'm going to say Owen Wilson because
Shannon's not a fan.
Anytime a movie's got Owen Wilson, and I'm like, nope. Thoughts
on Jack Roslovic so far in Columbus?
He's a top 6 forward. I always liked him, and he's a good player. I was always a fan of his when he was in Winnipeg.
What time is it for us? It's just after 9 o'clock.
A little after 9, so I got to finish up this and then do that video first thing in the morning, which is the preview. Get your hand out of the fire, man. Dear Lord. But so I do that in the morning, and then of course the news and all that. So, and then we still have what's left of Valentine's Day. So I don't know. Probably
Happy Valentine's Day.
Probably get some leaves from outside and throw them on the bed or something. And
there wouldn't be any leaves. You'd have to dig them out under the snow.
There's the one dead leaf that Bear's been fighting with. Bear's been fighting with that's up in this window, so I could grab that leaf.
Covered in snow.
There's like a couple others I could grab. Well, I can just throw some snow on the bed then.
Yeah.
Let's throw some snow on the bed, and then we can make snow angels together. What's up? So, anyways,
oh my goodness!
Thanks for coming out, and
such a dork.
Zibanejad's going to be fine. I think he had a hard time with COVID. He's still recovering from that, so I think he'll be fine. He's been at least getting chances the last few games, so he'll break out. But anyways, and yes, Luke Wilson's definitely the good brother. Idiocracy is fantastic. And I can't handle Owen Wilson. I just can't handle him. But thank you guys so much for coming out. And what? The doctor talked to you about that too.
He's such a whiner.
Told you had pokey elbows and to stop elbowing people.
He's such a whiner.
There was that old lady at the funeral, remember? You just had to get out of there, and you're elbowing. I mean, she's already in mourning, and you're elbowing her. You got her right in the head. And it wasn't,
Be
I mean,
nice
I
to
understand-
Yvonne, Shannon.
I understand
or
the
else.
casket hadn't been
See,
lowered yet, so it didn't
Lisa
matter if
will
she fell
come
in the
get ya.
hole, but it still
Shannon.
looked bad.
You're such a dork.
You know, and then you just
Okay.
storming out with your elbows
Hey.
out like a little kid. It's just embarrassing. Anyways, thanks for coming out,
Oh
guys.
my gosh, Shannon's such
And,
a dork.
We'll do this again. We'll do this again soon, and we'll make this work somehow. I'll get through her
Poor
her stuff,
Shannon has to
all the
deal
stuff.
with me.
So, anyways, thanks for coming out.
Oh, Josh kept it to one mention. Good job, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Keeping the Taylor mentions to a
Taylor,
minimum.
Taylor thanks you. I'll tweet at her again and tell her that you only mentioned her once. So, all right, thanks for coming out, guys, and yeah, happy Family Day.